In my career, the one thing I have learned is that if you want more money, you have to ask for it. You don't get what you deserve, you get what you ask for. When it comes to asking for a raise, you need to be your own advocate. I spent years at Goldman Sachs, and let me tell you, getting a raise isn't about how long you've been there or just showing up every day. Seniority doesn't equal more pay. Just because you've been in the same position for a long time doesn't mean you deserve more money. If you've been doing the same things since day one, why should they pay you more when they could hire someone new for less? If you're serious about getting a pay raise, you definitely want to watch this video. I am sharing 8 tips that will help you get that raise, and number 8 might not be for the faint of hearts. Number 1, make yourself more valuable over time. Ensure your role is more valuable today than it was when you were hired. Seniority alone doesn't justify a pay increase. Your impact does. During my time at Goldman, it was clear that staying stagnant in your role was the quickest way to be overlooked. You need to show how you've evolved, taken on new responsibilities, and increased your team's value. Think of it this way. Your goal is to raise your replacement costs. The more integral you are to the team, the more expensive and time-consuming it becomes to replace you. The longer you stay and the more skills you acquire, the higher that cost should rise. Take on more valuable projects, master key areas, and become the go-to person for critical tasks. Then, when it's time to ask for that raise, present the data that demonstrates your value. Show how much it would cost to hire and train someone new compared to the raise you're asking for. You're not justifying your request, you're actually giving them a discount. Number 2, numbers speak louder than words. In this industry, numbers do the talking. If you want a raise, you need to clearly quantify your contribution. A pay scale survey found that employees who could back up their accomplishments with hard numbers were 40% more likely to get a raise. Did you bring in millions in new business, reduce costs by a specific percentage, led projects that outperform expectations? The more specific you are, the stronger your case. You need to know the key performance indicators your boss and company cares about. What drives the business forward? What's your contribution to that? If you're in HR and the company's goal is to double staff, you should know that and align your work to it. Benchmark your performance against company goals. If there's a revenue target, understand how you contribute to that. Make sure your efforts are directly tied to the company's bottom line. When you've done your own self-assessment and can clearly tie your contributions to the company's attained goals, go in and ask for that raise. Number 3, know your worth and prove it. When it comes to asking for a raise, you have to know exactly what your skills are worth in the current market. Every role has a price tag, and if you don't know yours, you're negotiating blindly. One of the best ways to do this is get hard offers. Go out, interview, and see what other firms are willing to pay for someone with your experience and skill set. 2 things will happen here. Either you'll get an offer that proves your market value and force your company to match it, or you'll realize that your current skill set isn't as in demand as you might have thought it was. And what you're doing or what you're earning right now might actually be fair. And that's valuable information to have. If the offers aren't what you were hoping for, it's time to level up. Take the time and invest in and learn a new and enhanced skill set. Take on more strategic projects and make yourself more highly marketable. At the end of the day, if you can't find anyone else willing to pay you what you want, why would your current job do so? The 4th, timing is everything. When it comes to asking for a raise, timing can be just as important as the ask itself. You want to approach this conversation when the stars aligned in your favor. During peak performance, during review periods when you've finished a great project, or even better, when you've reached a milestone your company was aiming for. According to a LinkedIn survey, 75% of professionals had greater success securing a raise immediately after delivering a significant achievement. In my time at Goldman, I saw firsthand that those who timed their request after closing a big deal, launching a successful initiative, or hitting a major milestone had far higher success rate. Why? Because it's hard to ignore the person who just bought in measurable results. When you've just delivered value that's fresh in your boss's mind, you're in the best position to ask for what you deserve. You're not just talking about potential, you're showing real, recent proof of your contribution. It's all about striking while the iron is hot. If you've just helped your team hit a revenue goal, land a big client, or reduce operational costs, that's your moment to seize. You're not just asking for a raise out of the blue, you're reinforcing the immediate impact you've had on the company, making it much harder for them to say no. But also be mindful of your company's financial cycle. If you know there's a budget season around the corner or an upcoming period when salaries are being reviewed, that's the ideal time to put in your request. Conversely, asking during rough financial quarter or when budgets are tight could limit your chances, no matter how strong your case is. In short, timing your ask for when the company is in a good position and your contributions are undeniable can make all the difference. The fifth one, demonstrate versatility. In an investment bank, the people who stand out are the ones who can wear multiple hats. And that's exactly what you want to showcase when you're asking for a raise. It's not just about doing your job well. It's about going beyond your original responsibilities. Think about it. Are you mentoring junior staff, helping with recruiting or training, taking on projects that aren't even in your department? The more versatile you are, the harder it becomes to replace you. And that's exactly what you want your boss to realize when you ask for that raise. Being able to pivot and add value in multiple areas makes you indispensable. It's one thing to be good at your core job, but if you're also the person stepping up when the team is shorthanded, or you're the one others turn to for guidance and leadership, you've become a key player. At Goldman, I saw time and time again that those who took on extra responsibilities, whether it was spearheading new initiatives, leading mentorship programs, or stepping into roles outside their job descriptions, were the ones who had the most leverage when it came to negotiating raises. Versatility shows that you're not just thinking about yourself, but about the broader goal of the team and the business. When you go in for that conversation, be ready to list the different hats you wear. Make it clear that you've taken on work that's beyond what you were hired to do. You're not just an employee, you're a leader, a mentor, and a problem solver. That level of versatility isn't easy to find, and it's one of the strongest arguments you can make for why you deserve that pay bump. Number 6, prepare for objections. When you're asking for a raise, expect pushback and be prepared to handle it confidently. Ask yourself, why might they say no? Then have a solid counterpoint ready to address their concerns. You're not just making a casual request, you're entering a negotiation. And like any good negotiator, you need to anticipate every possible objection. Maybe they'll hit you with, we're under budget constraints. Your response? Flip the script. Highlight how your contributions have helped the company save money or generate new revenue streams. Point out that the value you bring far outweighs the cost of a raise. If you've reduced operational costs, streamlined processes, or brought in new clients, make sure that's part of the conversation. Show them that your raise is an investment in someone who is directly contributing to the company's financial health. Or maybe they'll say, it's not the right time. Your job is to remind them that there is never a bad time to reward great performance. If you've just closed a major deal, delivered a successful project, or demonstrated leadership in a tough situation, bring that up. The timing is always right when you're consistently adding value. You need to own the conversation and be ready to demonstrate how your continued success directly impacts the company's bottom line. And emphasize that the raise isn't a nice to have, it's a reflection of the value you're already bringing. And if they still try to say no, make sure they understand the cost of losing you. What's more expensive, giving you the raise you've earned or spending months searching for and training someone new? At the end of the day, you're not just asking for more money, you're showing them why you're worth it. Be bold, be prepared, and don't back down in the face of any objections. And here's the last one. Build relationships with decision makers. This is a game changer. Build relationships with people who make decisions. In a big organization, visibility is everything. If only your immediate team knows about your work, you're setting yourself up to be overlooked. Make sure your achievements are known across the company. Get out there, engage with people at all levels. Attend meetings, join company events, and collaborate with others. When you share your successes, you're not just boosting your profile, you're making sure that the right people see your value. For example, if you just wrapped up a major project that was a big win, don't just celebrate it with your team, shout it out from the rooftop. Send an email to your boss and other leaders highlighting your results. Or even better, ask to present your success at a team meeting. I've done this several times. Get people talking about what you've done. Remember, it's not just about what you know, but who knows what you know. Building a network of supporters can make all the difference. These connections can help you get the recognition you deserve when it's time to ask for a raise. So get out there, make those connections, and let your work speak for itself. Remember, this isn't about entitlement. It's about proving your value and showing how you've evolved into an asset that the firm simply cannot afford to lose. I hope these tips help you approach that next raise discussion with confidence. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insight on navigating the corporate world and maximizing your career potential.